Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Max and I'm back again with another video. And this video I wanted to make, and it's basically going to be titled 10 Ways to Sabotage Your Weight Loss Surgery. And again, this is just from the videos that I've seen, what I see in forums, and again, just to try to help folks. As I say in all my videos, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a nutritionist or a doctor. I just fake and play one here on YouTube. So we're going to just get right into it. And again, there's just 10 things that I've been able to notice where I see people with their weight loss surgery. And this is just 10 ways that you can ruin it. And we're going to start at the bottom, work our way up to the number one, as I always do. And starting with number 10 ways, the 10th way to ruin your weight loss surgery or to sabotage it is to not eat enough. A lot of folks believe that, okay, well, if I don't eat, I should lose weight. That's the old way of thinking. If you're not putting enough calories into your body, then you will not lose weight. Your body, my doctor actually said he's never even heard of starvation mode and all that stuff, but you'll hear all of this stuff going around on YouTube. But you basically have to put enough calories in for your body to say, okay, it's okay to let some go. So when I was out of surgery, there's no way 3, 4, even 5 weeks out of surgery that you're eating enough with 3 meals a day to be able to get all your calories in, and you should really look to improving your caloric intake. But that's again the 10th way that you can ruin your weight loss surgery. Number 9 way to sabotage your weight loss surgery is not taking your vitamins and drinking your water. Um, you have to drink your water. You don't drink because you're thirsty. You don't take your vitamins because you want to. You have to want to, do the right thing for your body, and taking your vitamins and drinking your water will help you in that regard. Now, does everybody get 64 ounces in? Blah, blah, blah. But when you hear people having to be rushed to the hospital because they're dehydrated, and things of that nature, it's just kind of silly to, you know, um, put your body through the surgery, prepare yourself mentally, and then just, don't drink water. Now, and again, when I say water, I don't necessarily mean water. I really don't even drink water anymore. I found that water is just not good, but I do have, Crystal Light. I drink a lot of tea. We're unable to drink anything with caffeine. At least I know a lot of people do, but I do follow my doctor's instructions not to have any carbonated drinks or caffeine. So, again, in that regard, if you really want to sabotage your weight loss surgery, then just don't take your vitamins and don't drink enough water. The number 8 way to sabotage your weight loss surgery is not contacting your surgeon or your doctors with questions that you have pertaining to your surgery. I see so many people asking questions in the forum, so many people asking questions on YouTube, and these are not questions like, which protein powder do you like or whatever. I mean, you're getting questions like, my tube is blocked, should I blow it out with a vacuum, or, should I, cut the hose myself? I mean, I know that some folks had surgery done in Mexico, and some folks had surgeries in clinics that not aren't necessarily as thorough as mine and as some other people's. But I think medical questions should be done with your surgeon. There are so many different surgeons, so many different bariatric clinics. If you ask a question on YouTube or you ask a question in these forums, you're going to get 1,000 different answers, and you're no better off after seeing these thousands of different answers as you were before you started. So again, if you can get in touch with your doctor or your surgeon or your general doctor, why don't you try and do that, especially for some of the questions that pertain to really medical questions. I do see a lot of people ask questions about nutritional things. Again, I was 351 pounds. My nutritionist is going to tell me not to eat certain things and certain things to eat. That somebody who's 250 pounds and 5'1", they're going to have different instructions. So these nutritionists aren't just giving out, general information. They're usually giving you information pertaining to your body work, to your blood work, to all of your test results. And that's why you get so many different things. Well, I can't eat this and I shouldn't eat that. Yeah, you can eat that if you were diabetic and you had high blood pressure and hypoglycemic and blah, 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 blah. But if you were just overweight and paid for your surgery because you wanted to, and you didn't have these comorbidities, then you may not be able, you can, drink this, that, and the other. So again, try to stick with your doctor and get his recommendations. Number 7, the number 7th way to sabotage your weight loss surgery is pretty much lack of education on the surgery that you had. If you're only getting your education from people's videos on YouTube and you're only getting your education in the forums, I think you're doing yourself a serious disservice. YouTube has helped me and thousands of others, but again, we are not doctors, we are not nutritionists, we are not skilled in the area of bariatric surgery. We are patients, and again, when I'll read something where someone will say, well, I've been able to drink 6 ounces of water 2 weeks out of surgery, is that still okay? Well, you can drink pretty much as much water as you like. It's when you eat food. Now, and again, this is not right after surgery, but you can drink pretty much, as much as you want. It's when you eat food that you really feel your restriction. So you see a lot of folks in the forums and on YouTube, oh, well, I can drink a half gallon of water and I'm not having any problem. Is there something wrong with my sleeve? Don't worry, there's nothing wrong with your sleeve. Water goes down a lot quicker and a lot easier, or should I say fluids go down a lot quicker and a lot easier than food. And food actually goes down, but that's when you're really going to feel your restriction. When you eat food, solid foods, even purees and things of that nature, that's when you're going to feel your restriction. Number 6 way to sabotage your weight loss surgery is just self-doubt. Just self-doubt in what you eat and how you exercise, self-doubt in how you're going about your journey. You don't do this to yourself. And again, I'm not saying that that I have a corner on the market of being super confident in everything, but I think if you've decided to have weight loss surgery, or you've decided that you've gone through with weight loss surgery and you're following your doctor's instructions and you're doing the gym, you're eating the right foods, and you're not losing as much as maybe someone else, don't self-doubt yourself. Don't sit there and watch video after video and then put it back on yourself as something negative. That life should be behind you at this point. You're looking forward to moving forward and doing some better things in your life, and you just have to be confident that your body will respond to the surgery in its time, and it's not going to be based on anyone else's. So try not to have so much self-doubt. Number 5 way to sabotage your weight loss surgery is not addressing the real emotional problems that you have. Some folks, your problem really is not weight or weight loss, or it's something else. Maybe you were beat as a child, or not paid enough attention to, or you were treated unfairly, you were in a bad marriage, or your wife spit on you all the time. And those are the reasons why you ate a lot. Those were the reasons why you binged. Those were the reasons why you found comfort in food. And now that you've had weight loss surgery, that weight loss, you're still focusing your whole entire being on weight loss surgery or weight loss, when it should be on maybe self-esteem. Maybe it should be on feeling better about yourself, or repairing that relationship with your children that was lost, or whatever. Only you know what that real emotional issue is. But for years you've been able to blame it on food. For years you've been able to blame it on weight. For years you've been able to blame it on yourself. yourself. But now with the weight loss surgery and you're losing some of the weight, try to find ways to separate the weight loss from the real emotional issues that are causing you to have issues in your life. Number 4 way to sabotage your weight loss surgery is just not being satisfied with the current progress that you've made. I've said this in other videos. Some of us have lost, 40, 50 pounds in 2 months, the most weight we've ever lost in our life. And yet we will get in the forums, we'll get on YouTube, and we will complain. And I use the word we because we're all one community. I'm not above anyone, and I'm not saying that I don't have any of these issues, but some of these things are the things that I've thought about and said to myself, I didn't want to sabotage my weight loss surgery. But you have to be satisfied with what you've lost. If you've gone from a size 52 pants and you're wearing a 47, you've got to be satisfied with that. Can you want more? Do you want more? Of course. But don't let the fact that you haven't been able to lose more turn you away from the progress that you've already made. You always, we have a saying in our neighborhood or where I come from that it's not where you're from, it's where you're at. Well, in weight loss surgery, that's not necessarily the case. It's where you're at. It's where you're from, not where you're at. Where did you come from? You came from 360 pounds or 250, 275 pounds, buying clothes that are, for fat people, staying in the house, can't walk up the steps, can't play with your children, can't go out and mack the women like you want to. You come from doing all of that to now getting some attention. You're wearing better clothes, you're paying less for your clothes, you're getting compliments on how you look, and yet you're not satisfied with the progress that you made. Be satisfied with the progress that you've made and look forward to making better progress in the future. Number 3 reason to sabotage your weight loss surgery is just guilt, food guilt. We have food guilt. If you've decided to have weight loss surgery and you've obviously dieted and you go Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday, and you're doing really good on your diet, and then on Thursday you say, well, I did good and now I'm going to eat this piece of cake, and then you eat the cake and then the cake turns into pizza and the pizza turns into pie, and then the next thing you know you're feeling guilty. Well, see, the whole deal with food guilt is you don't have to have that with the weight loss. With this, don't apply those same old patterns to your weight loss surgery. If you have a piece of cake, you can't eat a whole cake. If you have a donut, you can't have a dozen like you used to. So try to enjoy the foods that you do eat. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. And the guilt was never because of the donut. The guilt was never because of the piece of cake. The guilt was because you disappointed yourself and said that you weren't going to eat these things. Try not to have that in your weight loss surgery journey, regardless of what surgery you've had. Try not to do that. If you are eating cake every day of the week, then yeah, you're going to not feel guilty. You should just say, I need to stop and try to do something better. The number two out of 10 ways to sabotage your weight loss surgery is treating your sleeve as a diet. We all know how to diet, and every diet that we have ever had in this community has failed. That's why we've had weight loss surgery. If you are bringing the same ideas to your sleeve surgery that you had when you were dieting, you are going to sabotage your weight loss surgery. You have to understand that this is a restrictive surgery, meaning that it's going to be able to restrict the amount of food that is going into your body. You also have to remember that the ghrelin, which that hormone is powerful and it's almost like the devil, that hormone is gone, which allows us not to want food as much. It allows us to not, and this is not across the board. So some people still have cravings for things of that nature, but again, there's no way that you're going to go back to eating whole cakes and whole pies and 50 pretzels and all sorts of stuff. And I think, again, you don't want to treat your sleeve as a diet. You want to eat proper foods. You want to eat when you're hungry. You want to eat if you're not hungry. You want to drink when you're thirsty and drink when you're not thirsty. Try to make better choices, but it's a journey. So whatever you're not doing today, you'll be able to do that later on in your program. And the number one way to sabotage your weight loss surgery is to compare your weight loss to others. You want to ruin your weight loss surgery? You want to feel bad every day about what's going on in your journey? Compare yourself. Turn off YouTube. Get out of these forums. Get off of this computer and get out there and live your life and weigh yourself once a week or once every 2 weeks and say to hell with what Harry lost, to hell with what Susan lost. This is what I'm going to lose, and this is what I'm going to lose. If you want to compare yourself to others, you will fail at everything. And it doesn't make a difference if you're comparing your car, your job, your children, your bank account. If you're comparing your life to other people's, you're going to fail at every shot. And again, these were just 10 quick things that I thought about, and I didn't want the video to be long, but they always seem to be about 15 or 16 minutes. But again, I am not preaching to folks. I'm trying to help some folks who are either on their journey or on their way to the journey, and these are 10 things that I've decided that I'm going to do. If you don't want to do them, don't. If you do want to do them, I hope I've been able to help you. And again, I'll have another video next week, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace, and you guys all stay up like wallpaper. Bye.